Hey y'all, this is Richard with Rip One Outdoors. Hey, it's good to be back with y'all. I had the opportunity today and just thought we wanted to come back and take the time and do a video and tell y'all a few things that we got going on. Maybe go out on a little short ride. It's extremely hot. But yeah, we'll do a little short ride. Once we get through with the ride, I want to come back and show you what's going on with the garden. So don't cut yourself short of that. We might tell a story. I'll introduce y'all to my emotional support crow. I'll tell y'all about that in the video. Don't go away. Hey, roll that intro. Okay, y'all. We're gonna get around. Let's take off. Let's get a little ride in now. We've been riding a little bit, but I guess I'll tell y'all why I haven't been riding a whole lot. Been having problems with my knee, this right knee, and that's not the one that I had surgery on. Yeah, it's the one that I didn't have surgery on that needs it. So what I did the other day, I finally got tired of it hurting me. It was getting to where I couldn't ride. So I called the doctor up and went down, and he put me a shot in it. He said, well, you know what needs to happen? I said, yes, sir. I want to try to do that this winter if I can, because I don't want to leave all this grass and garden and all that for my son-in-law to have to tend to. So that's what our plan is. We're going to try to maybe do it this winter when it's too cold to get out and do anything anyway. But I told y'all I'd tell y'all about the crow. What I call my emotional support crow. And the reason it's my emotional support, because I was about to go crazy around there the first day I had planted and my peas started coming up. Let's see, I planted one day, and it wasn't about like 3 days, them peas started coming up. I was hitting them on that top of the ground there with that drip line, and it's getting some good water. So I looked out there one morning, and the crows were everywhere. And them crows were just down there having their way with my garden. Pecking stuff apart, pulling the stuff up, everything. And I run out there and run them off. Took a couple of shots just to kind of scare them off a little bit. You know, Daddy always said, son, you kill a crow and leave it in there. Well, I didn't want to hurt the crow. I mean, I didn't want to kill another one if I didn't have to. But I got on now. Susan got on Amazon and said, Richard, you can buy what looks like a dead crow, and we can hang that thing up out there. And that's what we did. We got that thing ordered, and it come in like the next day. And we hung that thing up out there, and them crows seen it. And I'm gonna tell you what, y'all, them crows ain't been back. I have yet to see another crow fly over. I think they just completely disregard our property there now. But I ain't seen a crow. So that thing done some good. Kept me from going crazy around there worrying about crows out there eating things up and all. So that's why I call it my emotional support crow. I don't know where they got the feathers to put on it, probably from chickens or whatever. But you know something? Y'all saw it. It looks real to me. That thing looks as good as it can be, like a real crow. That's all that matters. The main thing is it does its job. I hung it up on one of them little old plant hangers there. Yeah, it did a good job. But yeah, the weather has been really, really hot. We had this little tropical system come through, but for the most part it missed us. We did get a good shower out of it. We needed that. We're way behind on the rain down here right now in South Mississippi. We got up and went up to Hattiesburg, Mississippi yesterday. Went to a little fruit stand up there on Highway 49 where they sell Smith County watermelons. Now the Smith County watermelons are supposed to be the best. I'll try to take a picture and put it on the screen. But we bought about 5 of them, I guess. One for Joey, one for sister-in-law, like 3 for us. And we run out, we're definitely gonna have to run back up there and get some more. Cause it is one of the sweetest watermelons in the world as far as I'm concerned. And that brings up a question. I'm gonna do something a little different here. I'm gonna ask everybody and leave me a comment with your reply. Do you salt your watermelon when you cut it as you eating it? Or do you not put salt on it? And I will tell you what I do. I do the salt thing. Susan does the salt thing. The watermelon is so sweet, but yet you put a little bit of sprinkle of salt on there. I'm gonna tell you right now, it just transforms that melon into something like you've never had in your mouth. Salty sweetness is what I call it. My goodness, that thing's good. Like $12 a piece for them watermelons. They grown by a family named Garvin. And they're TikTokers. And they got a big TikTok family. So if you want to look up their TikTok, I think they're the Garvin family watermelons, Smith County watermelons. If you look that up, you're bound to find them. They got a little restaurant there on Highway 49. They call them nine hungry children or 9 hungry kids, or something like that nature. Nice people. But yeah, they grow watermelons. It's some of the best in the land. Yeah, you go to Walmart, go to some of the grocery stores and all that, and you see these watermelons come in there in a big old cardboard box. They either come in from Mexico or either they come in out of Florida. While I don't have anything against that, I'm just telling you right now, they would never ever come to the quality and the sweetness of a Smith County watermelon. Smith County is where is the county seat of Smith County is Mize, and they have a big watermelon festival there every year. They may do the old watermelon crawl there, as far as I know. I don't know. Anyway, enough about the watermelons. But yeah. Yeah, just gonna ease over Ridge Road here just a little bit. Maybe run down the old J.M. Stoffel Road. They've been in there cutting sod a little bit. But yeah, I didn't want to venture off too far because, I mean, even though right now it's not that bad, but I'm gonna tell you, the humidity, you wear the humidity out in this stuff today. I can tell you, the humidity is extremely high. But we're riding the Freedare Eden, and I still feel like about it, I feel about it like I've always done, that it is one of the best bikes out there. In the class of bike that it's in, the 28 mile per hour level bike, it checks all the boxes. Freedare did send me one of their light kits. I think they've had this thing going on where if you buy a bike, they give you a light kit. Here's the old Edmund Fitzgerald. Edmund Fitzgerald. Yeah, it's one of these light kits. It's got the blinkers on it. It's got an alarm. You shake the bike and it sets off some god-awful alarm that you can hear over in the next county. It's got a headlight on the handlebar up here, and it kicks on when you get into dark areas. So it's light sensitive. You can also bump buttons on there and make it blink and let people know that you're coming through. There's the right turn signal. Just bump it and it goes back off, yeah. It's got a horn, although this horn is terrible. Oh my goodness. Imagine being on the beach bike path in Bay St. Louis and hit that thing. Everybody, even people in the water, can be looking at you. Yeah, here's the side, people. I think they've been cutting pretty good there. Getting a lot out. I've seen some people hauling it in and out. They cut that sod out in strips, and they'll cut a strip and they'll leave a strip, and that way the grass can, grow back in, fill in between. Them old cows, they got them the perfect place down in there. Look, I'm surprised they ain't down in the water hole itself. There's crows. As long as they ain't over at the house. They probably seen me and probably said, there's that dude that killed our brother. That's a dirty rat that killed our brother. Let's dive bomb him. Something had dive bombed my fake crow there. My Amazon crow, because it had bird poop all over it. I guess something had come there and set up there on top of it and messed on it. Alligator branch. Yeah, I told y'all I'd tell you a story. This is I don't know if you classify this as a story, but just gonna tell you about my mama and daddy when they raised us up there at the house, and we were taught how to grow a garden and all that by daddy. Daddy was the mastermind of the garden, and I could do exactly what daddy told me to do, but as far as, saying, hey daddy, we need to do this, or we need to do that, or we need to use this kind of fertilizer, I let daddy handle all of that. Daddy was the man. He knew what to do. Daddy and them used to raise garden over there where the horses is, but I think of many a time my brothers and my sister will tell you that come a Saturday morning when we wanted to get up and go and round and do other things, our daddy never said one thing about, boys, y'all gonna get out in that field and y'all gonna help in the garden today, because he knew he didn't have to, because we were gonna be there. If we'd ask him, hey daddy, Friday night come, hey daddy, what we gonna do Saturday morning? Well, I'm gonna try to get down there, son. I'm gonna plow some peas out, and then I'm gonna plant some okra and some cucumbers and stuff like that. Well, you know what? That was what we was gonna do. What daddy did, it was what we was gonna do. And my mama drove a school bus. She got up every morning. She got everybody fed. She got everybody off to school. She drove the school bus. We rode her bus. And we got up there, and she come back home while we was in school, and mama would wash laundry, do all the laundry for us, all us kids, and she would cook, get the if whatever she is cooking for the supper that night, if it was some kind of a roast or some red beans and rice or whatever, she would cook that. And she got everything cooked, and then in the afternoon time, about 2 o'clock, Mama rolled out on that school bus again. Now y'all, this is back before school buses had power steering and power brakes and all of that. And they had standard transmissions also. But yeah, my mama would do that, and she'd go, and then when she brought us home in the evening time, and she got us all fed, Daddy come home from work. Daddy would go immediately to the garden and start doing things, you know, down there. We would go down there and help him. Come nighttime, we would sit down at the table and we would enjoy the harvest. We would, a nice hawk just flew through there. But yeah, we would enjoy the harvest of what the Lord had provided for us. And sweet corn and the peas and beans and cucumbers and what all. I mean, you know, we just enjoy it for supper. And Daddy just barely made enough to squeak by. Barely. Didn't have all this fancy equipment to use in the garden, not like I got today. Y'all have already seen some of the stuff that I got. Daddy didn't have all that. Daddy was blessed to have a little wheel horse tractor. I'm gonna put a picture of that wheel horse tractor, maybe a series of pictures there on the screen where y'all can see that. And then there was a picture of us, all us brothers and sisters, as we grown on up after Daddy and Mama was gone. And Kevin and Mary, my sister and my brother-in-law Kevin, they still have that little tractor. The little tractor, it means a lot to us, you know, as a family, because that little tractor did so much to feed us. Yeah, and I'm telling you, it was, yeah, check out them pictures. And but Daddy we made a huge garden with that little tractor right there. And like I say, Daddy did all of that and he just barely made enough money to raise us with, and just to squeak by and to try to get enough stuff planted we could make a garden and all that. But the main point is that I wanted to drop on y'all is we would sit down and eat at supper, and I never ever, and my brother and my sister will agree with me on this, I never ever once heard the word poor. It never did cross any of our lips, because we weren't poor. And I'll tell you something else. As long as I knew Preston Mitchell and Willie Mae, they never drew a government dollar, not one penny from the government. They provided with the help of the good Lord, and they provided for us. That's all I'll say. But I just wanted to drop that on y'all about how we was raised and all, and we didn't know what it was like to not have a garden. But anyway, when it comes to, here I am now, I'm trying to learn how to do all of this, because all I ever did before is, like Luke at church said, all I was a laborer. But Daddy was the mastermind of that. Daddy's, boys, here we're gonna plant peas tomorrow, because sometimes Daddy would go by them zodiac signs, you know, because the signs are in the midsection or something like that. I didn't ever understand that, but that's what a lot of the old timers, they went by. Of course, all that stemmed from the moon, you know, phases and everything. So, yeah, just a more or less a remembrance of how we was raised and all, enjoying the benefits and enjoying the harvest of a garden. So when you think about me here today and you say, we're not having to grow things to survive, we're not. No, we're not. But I can tell you this, that if it comes to that, I will know how. I've got the equipment, I got a little bit of the know-how, and with the help of friends and everything, I mean, we'll do all right with it. So if you want to know why I'm gardening, why I like to do things like that, I'm just starting it this year, getting it fired back up, if you will. Because I see now what my daddy always loved about it. Daddy loved eating the vegetables. He loved the fact that he could feed his family off of the garden. But Daddy just loved to fool with that stuff, y'all. He did it until he couldn't do it no more. He did it from can to can't, and I'll leave it at that. So it's an exciting new venture for me. I think it's just going to be good for my health and getting out in there and fiddling around and doing things. I tell you, don't need to just sit around inside the house. That's not good for us. Anyway, enough rambling. I tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to cut the ride short. We'll ease back over to the house. And I told y'all, I promised y'all I was going to show y'all a little bit of the garden and what we got going on there. We'll try to do that for as much as we can. I want to take y'all through the whole process of it. And we'll take y'all through the goods and bads of it, okay? Some of y'all may have gardens at home. If you've got a garden at home and you're raising peas and beans and corn and taters and stuff like that, y'all put it in the comments and let me know. Any of you YouTubers out there, especially, let me know what y'all raising. All right, let's ease on back to the house there. Okay, y'all, before we go 10-10, I just wanted to show you a few things that we had going on in the garden. I can't remember what I showed y'all last time. I don't even think I had anything planted. I have no idea. But this here's pink eye purple hull peas here. And yeah, I think I had showed y'all when we had made up some rows and stuff. But yeah, pink eye purple hulls. I planted some sunflowers in these 2 rows here. They didn't come up. So I replanted them this morning. I got okra in here. That's some okra my buddy Danny gave me. And then I put contender beans, what we always call snap beans here. Some more pink eye purple hull peas. Boy, look at that. I mean, they just, oh, they're beautiful. Contender beans here. They're coming up good. You can see them breaking through the ground there. These here are some flowers that Susan bought me to put out, and you know, we do their stuff too. These are zinnias, and I think every seed we planted coming up. Of course, I've got the drip tape on everything, so it kind of helped water it, but it's been mighty dry and dusty here, y'all. Mighty dry. Let's go on down. Show you a few things I did this morning. How many just wondering how many e-biker YouTubers or whatever shows you their garden. I just thought it'd be interesting. Let's see, I got a space here saved for some green onions. We working on getting those ready right now. These are tomatoes. I've got to put my these are heat resistant tomatoes. Let's see what they are. There's some Florida 91s right here, 2 of them. I got some Phoenix. Yeah, Rich Craft, there's you some Phoenix tomatoes. Heat resistant. And these are Dixie Reds right here. It's probably the wrong time of the year to doing this, but y'all know I started late, but that's okay. Right there where them popsicle sticks are, me and Grayson got out here this morning and we planted 4 squash seed, 4 places for squash. So we'll see how they do if they come up. I'd rather plant the plants, but y'all, you can't find any plants right now. It's just not in season. Everything's, you know, you'd have to do all that in the spring of the year. Next year, I'm planning on having a greenhouse if things goes well, and I'm gonna make my own plants. These are blackberries. These are the Primark Freedom, or some of them are. Some of them are the Rupus, or whatever they call it. And these are premium blueberries. Got some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blueberries. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 blackberry bushes. We got the little whirligigs up on top to kind of help keep the birds out. Of course, I told you about the crow and the problem we was having with that. All the blueberries and blackberries have the drip irrigation. Up under here, let's see if I can show you this. This is the main header pipe running down through here that comes from the well there. And we tee off of that with some little drip line here. And it goes out here and makes a ring around that blueberry. Yeah, so whenever I turn the valve on over yonder, it waters all the blueberries and all the blackberries. The blackberries are watered by one continuous drip line coming down through there. And it's doing a good job too. Yeah, we got some new growth coming on these blackberries there. Look at there, ain't there? That's nice. I don't really know anything about the blackberries, okay? So this is all brand new to me. So I'm learning. Same way with the blueberries. I remember we had blueberries, but I don't know a whole lot about blueberries. But we had some when we was young, and people used to come down here and pick, but that's been years ago. Well, I tell you what, our blueberries went away when Katrina come through. It tore everything up. I took my, I got me a little work table over here. I got that from up by the house. This used to be the old barn where the goats stayed at night, and the sheep. And I took some of the old manure out of there, and I got me a little got me a pallet in there, got me a little place. I'm gonna eventually get this all fixed up. Got some drip header line right there, some tools right here, and stuff like that, some fertilizer. Over here we got some of the goat manure that come out of the barn. We'll later get that mixed up with some compost and some more leaf mold. These leaves come from out from under our live oak trees. Won't be throwing them away anymore because they make really, really good mulch. They're good for the garden. So anyway, I got this here's all planted right now. And I'm waiting on this here, the grass to die in it a little bit. And then we got a good another area right here that we can plant stuff in. I don't know, I might put me a good winter cover crop in there with some turnip greens, and I don't know yet what I'm gonna do with it. But I mainly just wanted to cut it up and get the grass took out. Next spring, that's probably where we're gonna plant our corn. We're gonna plant corn, potatoes, some more contender snap beans, and the whole 9 yards. Anyway, I hope y'all have enjoyed it, and enjoyed the ride on the Freedare Eden. It's a good bike, and look forward to riding many more times on that bike. So yeah, we'll ask y'all, if you haven't already, if you feel like subscribing, hit that subscribe. Like it, share it, whatever. Gonna try to get around to doing y'all some more videos. I want to get down to Bay St. Louis and doing a few videos. Pedro wants me to do one down there. So it's good to be back and good to be in front of y'all again. And I hope y'all have enjoyed it. And until we see y'all again, this is old Ripper, Rip One Outdoors. We bid y'all peace.